Hello everyone, and welcome back to my second video of Little Practical Steps. My name is Christine, but on YouTube my name is Chrissy O. And before I get into today's video, I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you, everyone, for your support, for subscribing, for watching the video, for sharing the video, and liking the video, leaving comments in the video to let me know how encouraging it was for you, because that also encouraged me when I saw that. So thank you guys so much. The love was immense. It was so much, and I couldn't believe it. Even people who have known me for a long time were like, "Oh, Christine, you've always wanted to do this. Good for you. You're doing it now." And I would just like to say, if there's anything that you want to do in life, just step out and do it. Don't wait for anyone. There's never a perfect moment. Sometimes timing comes into play, but whatever you've got, just get onto it and just do it. Okay, be encouraged by that, because you never know who's waiting to hear from you. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about frustration. I know it's like, oh, what's all this? Disappointment, frustration, but it's just how to direct it in the right to the right place and deal with it in a more simple way for you, so that you can enjoy the richness and the fullness of your life, and not feeling all these emotions that, you know, when we grow up or when time passes, you look back and you just have all these negative experiences that are not supposed to, you know, really linger for as long as it did, and rob you of your joy and of your peace. So that's one thing I realized, is that, you know, this life is you, and the fact that life is you is how you live out your life and the story you tell. Because when we look at life today, what makes it is not just the what you may call it, just things that are there, you know, it's the stories people have told, it's the encouragement people have left behind, the inspiration people have left behind. That was their life, that was their walk, and you have your own too, you know. So I just want to encourage us that the emotions we feel are normal. It's okay, we're human beings, but just how to navigate the emotion to the right place and deal with it in the right way, so that we don't lose out on life, we don't lose out on opportunity, we don't lose out on friendship, relationships, and things like that, job opportunities. Okay, I'm talking about frustration today, and I felt frustration in some parts of my life, whether I'm doing a task or whether it's myself, my personal development, or any situation, you know, just that feeling of frustration. And when I used to go through it, I would say Google things and look at not really health defects, because sometimes when you Google something, it drives you crazy when it gives you too many things that could be wrong with you. So but just for the definition, so I looked up the definition of frustration, and it says feeling or expressing distress and annoyance resulting from an inability to change or achieve something. And I looked at another definition as well. It says unable to follow or be successful in a particular career. So, you know, when I was looking at it, and it says the feeling or expressing distress and annoyance resulting from an inability to change or achieve something. And, you know, when you feel that feeling, that emotion of frustration, sometimes what we do is we target that feeling and emotion onto somebody else, whoever is around us or wherever we are. We just start to attack people because we're feeling frustrated. And when someone asks what's going on, I don't know, everything is just frustrating me, everything is just frustrating me. Sometimes we can't even articulate which area is making us feel frustrated, and we keep operating in that for a couple of days, a couple of weeks. Some people even forever, they feel frustrated, and with their frustration because of life, they're frustrated with their life, and then they just give up and remain the same forever, and you have that emotion always targeted towards people and causing people harm, making people feel bad, making people feel low, or just not having a nice vibe when you go around those people. Because, you know, with vibes, no matter how much you try to cover it, if it's not, you know, truly flowing from within, there's only so long you can pretend for. Okay, and I hope that this will help us to just kind of come out of that emotion of feeling frustrated all the time and expressing, you know, negative things even towards ourselves. Feeling distressed is not nice, and feeling annoyed all the time, it just robs you of everything that's within you, your creativity, your peace, your joy, and the little blessings in life. It robs you of it because you're just in a negative state and you can't see it. So what hit me about this definition was the inability to change or achieve something. And when I carried on reading that, it just kind of hit me when I was going through, because I've just gone through a body transformation, not surgically. I'm not judging anyone for any surgical alterations. Please, whatever's good for you, do it. I'm that kind of person. But for me, I went through a body transformation through taking my health into my own hands by making a conscious decision and being deliberate about the things I choose and the things I eat, and just get up and do things I never did before. Because to be fair, when it talks about change in this definition, change starts from within us, and we all know this. We've heard this saying loads of times. Change starts from inside, and it starts to manifest on the outside, because that's when it's real change, from the inside to outside. And we'll talk about discipline as well, just to kind of like keep it. And what else? Discipline and accountability. Okay, so I decided that I wanted to change, because one thing that is most important than any advice anyone can give you is the discipline. No matter which advice you get, if you're not disciplined, you cannot implement that advice in any area of your life. So with the advice I used to have from friends and family, and where I used to reach out to people to ask them what they did to look good and to lose weight, or even YouTube channels, watching thousands and thousands of channels of people who lost weight by doing things, I had no discipline, so I wasn't able to do it. However, we're talking about the frustration. My size frustrated me. I was so frustrated that frustration about the way I looked trickled into everything else, and I would compare myself. I had no confidence. I used to buy clothes that were bigger than my size, and just to cover up. And some people would say to me, did you really think you were that big when you were buying that outfit? And I was like, yeah, this is literally how I see myself. And it was so frustrating. Like, everything else in my life was going fine, I was okay, and but when it came to the aspect of the way I looked, I knew it frustrated me. Like, I had dreams about it. But then when I started to watch all these things, and I said, I know everything. Not everything in that aspect of both, but I know what to do. But why can't I implement it? Because I wasn't disciplined. And sometimes you say you're not ready. But sometimes if you want to wait until you're ready, you're going to waste time, especially when no one is pushing you and you have to push yourself. And this is where accountability comes in, as I mentioned. I took my health into my own hands. I made a decision. I disciplined myself to begin to work out, do exercises at first. And then as I carried on doing it, I was consistent. I gave myself realistic time to work out. And for me, when I see people go to the gym and they come back in 5 hours time, or my friends go to the gym, or some people go to the gym for different reasons, but some people, I just feel like people spend so long at the gym, and I don't want to spend that long at the gym. I just want to go in and come out. But when I see the results, I'm like, I can't give that time to get that result. So I'm incapable of doing this. And that's what I said, that feeling resulting from expressing the stress and annoyance resulting from an inability to change. So the inability, I was like, I can't do it. I can't go to the gym and spend that time. But when I decided to be realistic and write it down, I bought myself a skipping rope, and I got myself together some gym stuff to use and work out. And I said, I'm going to work out for an hour, and that's all I can give. I woke up, do my prayers in the morning, and go outside 1 hour. I don't care if I've completed all the workouts. 1 hour, I'm done. And so when I started doing it just for 1 hour, for some people it's long, but for me, I just thought it's in the morning, everyone is still asleep, and let it be my own time to think, to free my mind. And I started to do that, and I didn't see changes immediately. I had to continue to be consistent, because even when I was working out, people would say, I thought you were working out, and that was so discouraged me. But the frustration, what started to happen with that emotion, when I carried on, I was happy because I had consistency. I hadn't seen the changes, but knowing that I was disciplined enough to see consistency began to help that feeling of frustration, that something can be done, there is a solution, and I'm going to be okay. And the change comes from within. So when we feel frustrated, please try your best not to put it on people. If someone is frustrating you and you find it that, you're not able to talk to them and let them know how they're making you feel frustrated, and you try, you need to make a decision there. You need to look within yourself, and you just continue to work within yourself and on yourself. And you see that feeling and the inability, incapable of achieving anything or achieving change, because You know, when change comes into a life, you start to see a different side of you. You start to see your growth. You start to feel better, the positive vibes around you. You start to attract positive things into your life, and you would see how much change that's going to bring, that will cause you, not just only in your personal life, but in your work life and relationship life. You begin to understand what you can give. You begin to become more, fruitful and what's that word, more giving in your relationship, because you can't give what you don't have. And that's so true. So I started to do that. I started to work out. I set myself realistic time, 1 hour. I did it, took it seriously, carried on. And then with my diet, I started to make serious changes. I started to cut things out that wasn't good for me and started to eat healthier. And I'm very pleased with how far I've come, because now I've seen the results. I feel more capable. I feel the feeling of the frustration in that area of my life is out of the window. I feel more productive with myself. I feel more determined in life, and in everything I do, it starts to trickle down even into my work, because I'm saying, when I'm at work now, where I feel incapable of doing certain things or achieving certain things at work, I'm going to now challenge myself to achieve more, because I know I can. And please know that you can do all things. Everything you need is within you. You are more than capable, okay? The feeling of frustration, I know it can be annoying, and don't let it rob you. Don't let it linger. Don't let it anchor into you and you just let it just lay in there dormant and just continue to react from it. Sometimes frustration is good, because when I was frustrated, is what we do about what we feel. That's why we need to take time for ourselves. If I did not take time out to articulate what was frustrating me and understand it was my weight that was frustrating me, that I had to get fit and get healthy for my family and myself and my daughter, I would not have been able to do it. I would have still been in the same place feeling frustrated, because life is busy. You're in here doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. And we need time for ourselves. It's so important to not just spoil yourself. Yes, it's good, but your mental state also, just to figure out, write things down when you're feeling a certain way, you find yourself doing things that you wouldn't usually do. Sometimes it's a reaction from a feeling that we have, and we do things that we don't usually do. It's like when you're happy, you're more upbeat, you want to go out, you want to this, you want to that, you want to, what we feel we react on. And sometimes the negative things is what we react on it. But please try your best to find out, where you are emotionally, because that's the most important. The mind is a battlefield, and you need to be okay in your mind to face each day. You need to be okay to interact with other people. You need to be okay to love yourself and to give love to other people around you. And the change, when you feel frustrated, it comes from within. But when you start to see the ability that you have and you start to achieve something, this starts to trickle, because you've done it in one section of your life, and you can do it in other sections of your lives. If you want to start going to the gym, if you feel embarrassed at the gym. I used to feel shy at the gym and embarrassed that people just used to stare. I felt that I was heavy, and I felt people were just looking at me. So I started working out at home. When I went back home, I started working out from indoors. Sometimes I still do it indoors here as well in the UK. Because I was stranded in Nigeria. And when you start to see those little changes in your job, in yourself, in your relationship, take time out for yourself in everything that you do. In a business you want to start, take time out and know what it is. Set yourself a simple little goal, achievable. If you feel like you're the kind of person that you need serious discipline, just be accountable to someone. If you're in a relationship, if you have a very good friend, if you live with your parents, if you want to have a gym buddy or something to be accountable, or a buddy somebody who is interested in your line of interest, to just buddy up with that person and say, let's do this together, so that you can do it. Okay, be encouraged. And you want to live out the fullest joy of your life. You want to be happy. You want to feel good in the inside and outside. You want to be able to achieve everything that is set before you, because we all have a purpose in life. Everyone is called for something, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is. It's your time. And little emotions that we let linger and we let stay in us for a very long time, it's like poison. It just starts to eat your creativity away. It starts to eat your vision away. It starts to eat your positive outlook on life away. And once that starts to happen, is a very dangerous place to be. You will just feel like nothing is ever going to work for you. And some people say that could never happen to me. Please don't even speak that over your life. Anything can happen to anyone at any time. But sometimes we need to deal with our emotions so that we're able to have a clearer perspective and clearer mind to be able to understand and to be able to receive good things when it comes to us. Okay. And also, when you're feeling unable to follow or be successful in a particular career, it could be any area. It could be any area, not just a career. That's part of it, but it could be any area. Okay, so get yourself up. Be encouraged today. Get someone that you can be accountable to. Implement discipline. Set yourself realistic goals each day and do it, no matter how small that thing is. No matter how small it is. If I feel like I'm gonna have a busy week, the little task I can do to just kind of lessen the burden in the week, if I have to tidy up my house, I just tidy up everywhere quickly. I hoover, I do everything quickly. Even I'm tired sometimes to get up and do it, I just do it. Because one thing, when everything starts, I know that's ticked off the box. You understand? So that's that kind of little practical things you can do for yourself and put as a plan. Write it down. Me starting to work out at home because I felt uncomfortable at the gym. Be creative with what you do and let it work for you, and enjoy this journey. Okay, and please guys, like this video, subscribe to it, share it with your friends and family, and continue to keep the love coming, and I'll continue to bring these little practical steps to you guys too. I love all of you and appreciate you guys for your time and for watching this video. Thank you, and stay tuned for the next one.